Right then. Yeah. It's a nice little conversation with Brad. Yeah. Um, he's uh, he's the young guy down the road, the grandson of the owner of the house 2 houses over to the left of me here. I think he has autism, but he's still a nice guy. And yeah, good talk. He comes up. It's one thing I'm not so sure I like about him, but turns out we're on the same page, so I think it's going to work. He's claimed this area, this neighborhood, in a way. Ooh, a fish just jumped in front of the dock. Tonight might be a good night to go. He's claimed this neighborhood as his. A couple of times now he's come down here and how do I say it? Made suggestions on how to do things. So when I first bought this house, I was worried about security. It's back in the woods, it's on a dead-end road. People know the house was for sale, it's vacant, you know what I mean? I was thinking negative until I realized that we've got essentially a neighborhood watch back here. And any strange vehicles come down the road, somebody notices, somebody sees it, and somebody says something. Hell, Tim or Steve next door got some suspicious vehicle on his camera and asked me about it. So we watch out for each other, right? Brad is major poster child for that. If he's here, he doesn't live here. He lives down south somewhere, Greenwood or something. But if he's here, oh, he's paying attention. So he noticed that I had the Argo running yesterday. He didn't see it, but he heard it. Hey, did you have your Argo running yesterday? Yep. But anyway, he comes walking into the yard just now. What do you plan on doing with these benches here? They're all crooked and shit. And I said, dude, they're gone. It's a frickin' eyesore. Oh, thank God, he says. I never understood why they built those, why they put those there. That's you're right. That's an eyesore. That's stupid. That doesn't look right. I go, I know, right? They're gone. That big rock you got down there, you know what? I think that would look better up here by the road on the corner. This is how he talks. On the corner of your driveway. And I looked at the rock. It's huge. And I looked at the corner of the driveway. I says, you know what? You're right. That's where it's going to go. And then we started walking the fence line, looking at the tchotchke raised bed thing that she made with chunks of brick, and there's cinder blocks in there that she painted green. Chunks of 6x6 timbers that she just dropped in there. I'm like, this is a friggin' eyesore. He goes, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. It's just this chunks of this wood and all this stuff in here. What does she think that's decoration? There's a stump sitting there that she put a pile of pebbles on. P-rock. There's just this pile of pebbles on top of this stump. What? Again, chunks of brick. And I'm like, what the hell? And he and I are just going off about it. I says, trust me, this is all going to be gutted, rototilled up, nice landscape mulch with shrubbery strategically placed in landscape lighting. It's going to be gorgeous. Yeah, and we got talking about the yard, the lawn. Yeah, I like a nice lawn. That looks good. And he he talks a lot with his eyes closed. Yeah, a nice lawn. That's appealing to the eye. That looks good like that with the nice lawn. And I'm like, dude, you're reading my mind. It's going to be a golf course when I'm done with it. But I told him, I says, right now it's not a priority. What about that building there, that gazebo thing? They tried to put that down by the lake, and then they put it down there, and then they put it back. I don't understand that. And I told him the story. I says, well, they didn't ask anybody the rules, the DNR, how close to the water you could have a building, and they just did it. And then the DNR, somebody on the lake ratted them out, and I know who it was, down the way, in the corner, and the state came in and said they couldn't do it. It was too close to the water, and they had to move it back up where it's at now. Yeah, he built that here, he had that in there. I was like, why? They never sat out there. I don't understand. That's exactly how he talks. Damn, I'm good at mimicking people. I don't get it. I says, trust me, I want it out of there. It's a friggin' eyesore. Oh yeah, all this stuff in here, this scrubby, these flowers, whatever, all this, like you call it, tchotchke stuff. It's just, if it was me, I'd have a nice lawn right up to the house. That's how I'd do it. I'm like, you're reading my mind, dude. And I wasn't placating him. I wasn't patronizing him. He thinks like I do. I says, trust me, dude, it'll be done. It's just not right now. Yeah, you got a lot on your plate. With the working on the inside of the house here, and then you gotta build your shop, and then you got your trailer down there in Mosity there, and that's a lot on the plate there. So I says, yeah. But I told him about the grass and the wash. Yeah, we talked for 45 minutes. Good time. I like the kid. I just don't want him to get out of control. Yeah. So, anyway, back to the mission at hand. So, I managed to drill the 2 holes I needed in the plates, in the wafers that I'm using for the lights. And I mocked one up here so you can kind of see how this works and why I love these lights so much. Menards doesn't carry them anymore. When they did carry them, and I discovered them, they were blowing them out. They were discontinuing them. So I was getting these for $4 a piece. Yeah. All right. So it just fits into the hole. It goes into a 3-inch hole. And these little spreader arms spread out to hold it in place. Okay? And that's what it looks like. Isn't that kick-ass? And then there's a recessed spotlight that goes in here and shines down. These are all the light assemblies. I was buying these by the case. Yeah. I was gonna put them in the kitchen at the trailer. I put them in the sex dungeon back in the bedroom. I put them down the hallway. You saw that. I should have used these wafers instead of the logs, though. The log wafers that I used, the slivers of log with the bark on them. I'm not a fan of that. I should have done this instead. This looks a lot nice. Look at that. Cherry. So where the center light was in the bedroom, in every bedroom in this place, one of these will be in its place with a can light in it. That way when you come into the room at night, and if it's dark, you just flip the light switch and you have some light in the room to see, to turn on the table lamps or all the little lamps that I have. Oh, why do you need so many lamps? I know how to make shit cozy. Yep. So here's your junction box where you put your wiring in here. And this little cover flips open and you put your wire connections in there. and that's UL approved and code approved. And then this whole assembly just goes up into the ceiling, in the hole that you cut in the ceiling, and you screw this to the ceiling, instant recessed can light. It's perfect. Yep. So that's what I'm working on now, plus the trim. Yeah, the sun tried to come out for a little while, but then it clouded over. But I'm thankful, because that sun does come out, it's gonna get hot. Yeah, it's already hot. I'm already sticky, and yeah, I'll be taking another shower tonight before I go to bed. But that's kind of where we're at. Brad was saying that if Tim comes over, oh, I told him, he goes, what are you doing with those? What are you doing with those logs? I can cut those up for you for firewood, you know, if you want. That's kind of what I do around here. I'm no good at dropping trees, but I'm pretty good at cutting them up. So if you want those cut up into firewood for the campfire, whatever, I can do that. So I told him what my plan was about making the turtle platform out in the lake. He goes, oh, that's so cool that you're thinking out for the animals and the critters and the wildlife. Yeah, that's impressive. Well, I like that idea. That would be good. So I got the neighborhood godfather's approval on the turtle platform. So, but like I said, I'm gonna have Tim with his bobcat with the pickle fork on there come over, pick those up, get them down, and I just planted grass seed. I can't get around the other side of the house. I can't do it from the other side of the house. No, it's too steep, and there's stairs, there's steps. Wooden steps they put in, made out of non-treated lumber. Yeah, so they're rotting. Yeah, when Scrunch was here, she fell through one of them. It's a good thing she didn't mess up her ankle, right? But anyway, I just put grass seed down, and now I want Tim to come over with the pickle fork machine and haul those logs and shit down. I don't know. I told Brad, I says, go over and pick one end of those up. That's all I can do to get them up off the stumps. And he walked over there. Now he's trying to be a tough guy, right? So he walks over there, picks it up like it's nothing. I go. So here I patronize. I says, damn, you're a lot stronger than I am. His arms, I mean, he's got arms like this, right? He's probably going home now and reaching for the Bengay to try to, or the Ice-A-Freeze or whatever the hell it is. Yeah. But anyway, now that I got fresh grass seed down here on the entryway, I got to figure out. I can't have Tim coming in here with the skid steer tearing it all up. I might have to come up with a different way to get him down there. But I don't have to do that now. I just have to tolerate looking at him for a little while longer. That is all. Like I said, the Sawzall doesn't work. I'm not gonna try to fix it. I'm just gonna find a reason to go down. Next weekend maybe, I gotta go to the trailer. I'll stop at Harbor Freight, pick up another one, get a warranty with it, and start over with a new one. And then we'll tackle the stump situation. So I'm not gonna be mowing here for a while anyway until this grass seed starts going. So yeah, it's not pressing on the list. But I'm hearing fish activity out there. Water's glass right now. Yeah. There's not a stitch of wind. So, I don't know. I might go do some fishing tonight. Might not. Depends on how involved I get in this bedroom project. So, we'll see. But that's just an update.